What's up, Nova family? Today we have the privilege of getting to hang out with Neil. Neil is going to be one of the incredible instructors at this year's event. So Neil, why don't you tell us a bit about yourself and your background?
I'm Neil, and online I go by Szabo or almost Szab. I've been painting for a very long time. I started like everyone else with Space Marine, and I expanded from there. I'm self-taught, so I don't have like a formal art background. Everything I've learned has been through horrible mistakes, which is probably the best way to learn. So in my classes, I have a really low pressure, like, don't worry if you mess something up. I'll show you how to fix it because I've had to learn to fix a lot of things myself. So it's a very relaxed style of painting with me. And I understand the tabletop aspect of it because I have come from the tabletop, and I wasn't really good at playing the games, but I had really nicely painted armies. So I get the tabletop aspect and wanting to learn to paint well without no pressure.
So that's awesome. I love that you are allowing people to approach this from a very low pressure kind of point of view. I know for me, that's how I would like it. So I could come in and feel comfortable and confident that I could, experience the class and not be expected to produce something amazing. But all along the way, your attendees, they're learning and learning to, to adapt.
Well,
and
what
kind
I
of
like
change.
is the fact that you're not formally trained, that kind of thing, because that kind of is intimidating to have someone who is, like, I come from this crazy art background and I'm super talented, but I was, trained to do this. It's nice to have like someone come at it from a perspective of, this is my natural ability. It didn't have me like training or anything like that. And like you said, I've learned from, my mistakes and just, trial and error, because that's what we do.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. It's the best way to learn, really. Like if you've ever grabbed, say, just a can and you're like, hey, I'm going to steal these minis, and then it turns out to be, I don't know, white primer.
Yeah.
Right? Like we've all had those, so I'm used to that. And it's great to know color theory and stuff, and there are a lot of great teachers who know that. But learning it the hard way is, I think it makes you a little bit more understanding of the issues that people will have. And, they look at their gray army of unpainted classes and they go, wow, I'd really like to see that painted. And you're like, yeah, there's a way to do that, and you don't have to stress about it. It's supposed to be fun, right?
Right.
But when you think course, you're like, oh, I got to learn something, and there's stress. And you're like, no, man, let's just have fun. It's supposed to be fun.
What specifically are your courses going to be about that you're teaching at Nova?
Okay, so we've got a comic book style one that we'll be teaching, because I just completed that board game for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And basically the sculpts were really soft, and I was like, I can't put a lot of detail into these. So I just basically went, hey, what if I made them black and white, like a comic book style?
That's cool.
So it's a really easy, quick, low pressure, like two colors, black and white. And if you want to add a third one, you can, but you don't have to. And it's something that I've seen other artists do online, and I'm at a point now where I can be like, I wonder if this will work. And then I try it, and I'm like, yeah, it worked. And then I was like, I wonder if I can teach it to other people. And yeah, it's pretty easy to learn because it's two colors. So it's actually omitting a lot of detail.
That's awesome. Now that kind of has me wanting to do like a black and white Space Marine kill team. I think that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Like a cell shaded style.
Yeah, that would be neat.
Yeah.
So how long have you been involved with the Nova Open?
Since 2014, I started helping out with the Army project and just painting a couple of units for each army. And then after that, I sort of started doing things that I could add to the raffle, right? So I started doing pieces that I could do for the raffle, like one of those Adaptus Mechanicus walkers, like Lost Patrol I did one year, because I know that's like, and I like to do stuff that looks nice, but is also for the gaming community, because I know that there's a lot of people there that are just the game. So it's like, hey, here's a nicely painted set that you can play with too, right?
Right.
So I've enjoyed that aspect.
So you're involved with the Nova Open Charitable Foundation raffle this year as well, correct?
I am, yeah. I'll be donating the set of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles board game that I painted up. I'll be bringing that along with me and donating it, yeah.
Very nice. That's awesome. That's such a great part of the event. It's an awesome way for attendees to potentially get their hands on some amazing works of art.
Yeah.
But I love that all of these raffle items support these incredible charities. And of course, you know, the larger event does as well. So,
and since you've been involved since 2014, what is your favorite part of the Nova Open? Like if you had to tell someone who's never attended, like why they should come to the Nova Open?
I think it's the broad range of classes you guys offer. You know, you can play the games and stuff, but for me as somebody who paints a lot and really doesn't do that much gaming, I think it's great that there's a huge amount of classes there, and just other people who share an interest that you can meet and chat with. I think I personally am looking forward because I've never actually been. I've only ever donated stuff. So this is my first year going, and I'm very excited to go and meet the people that I've worked with. So I've worked with a lot of people, but I've never had the opportunity to go down before.
wow.
So I'm very excited to just meet the community.
Yeah.
That's so cool that this is your first time actually attending, but you've been involved for so many years. That's a very unique story. You're going to love it. It's so cool. It's definitely like a family atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's just so many opportunities where you'll get to spend time with just some of the most wonderful people I think
Well,
you'll ever
and
meet.
the very first year that we went as attendees, you know,
Mhm.
just there to kind of hang out and just be with the community. We didn't really play any games. We did some pickup games here and there, but nothing like really major. And I felt like it was just a great place, like you said, to meet people like that you interact with online and that kind of thing, but you've never really met in person. And it's just a great way to connect because everyone stays in this one place and it's really nice and really cool. And then, you know, after hours, we have the Founders Lounge, which is on the roof, and everybody actually gets to hang out and kind of relax a little bit. So that's really nice.
Yeah. So, so in the meantime, between now and the Nova Open, what is the best way for people to get in touch with you or follow you? If, of course, you want people to do that.
Well, I'm on Instagram under almost_Szabo. So they can follow me there. I'm on Facebook, just as Neil Szabo. I'm on DeviantArt as well, and Cool Mini or Not, and Putty and Paint, either under my name, which is Neil Szabo, or as Szabo or Almost Szabo. Those are great ways to follow what I'm doing. Usually Instagram, I'm most active. Those are the ones you'll see the most activity from me and what I'm doing in real time, which will usually be, you know, painting or I do other art forms too. So there's a lot of cat pictures on there too.
Nice. Well, you've got to have plenty of cat pictures. I mean, come on.
Studio supervisors, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, Neil, we can't wait to get to spend some time with you at the Nova Open in 2020. We hope you have an awesome day, and we will talk to you very soon.
Yeah, absolutely. I look forward to seeing everyone.